We need to start looking for leaders who have the strength of character to do what they got to do, regardless of consequences. If you were in the days of PNDC, all this nonsense going on in terms of flats, people selling lands to wrongly, people building on waterways, people misbehaving, throwing filth everywhere, it will not happen. Baba Jamal is doing something that is wrong. I'm afraid to take a decision because I'm afraid that, hey, if I do this, Baba Jamal will monitor the whole of also is the Nima people, they will campaign against me and I will lose. So, even if it is wrong, allow him to go. We have not reached that stage where we could literally do well with this system.
Look, this particular video I'm about to play, I'm about to show you. Me ankasa minya video you know. That was a row. Me who video na me say Fiifi Kwertey, NDC General Secretary. Fiifi Kwertey. Is there any problem? Has a problem with the one only NDC for Timwana? Fiifi Kwertey calling John Dramani Mahama, referring to John Dramani Mahama as a weak candidate. Hey, asamaba. Ebusuya prawunya wotu nche ka trensa asamaba. Enkomo ewo. NDC nye 34 years. Na 34 years, which is 34 good years, solid years. Minim sa bad ka ho dia, I can tell. But NDC, eye 34th years anniversary. And Fiifi Kwertey, the general secretary, he is not an ordinary man who. He is not an ordinary member when this or a general secretary. And workers as ansem hunu kwasi de no a ekoso ene no but ene no nya people na tiso. Said the time of PNDC ankasa nkwasi de sabi previous and kan koso. Na it about time we was ye nya leader we hey Fiifi Kwertey na ekasa no. O say it about time we say ye leader or you very strong or you weak. Na say the question is since when na Fiifi Kwertey who is John Dramani Mahama a weak leader? Me nimo Fiifi Kwertey na eka o. O say John Dramani Mahama pen statement in just John Dramani Mahama a weak leader. Wo ye pani a wotena fima nkora we nanka. Wo ye pani a wotena fima e ma sedua efo. Fiifi Kwertey na eka sa no. O say mo benye position. Mo bada by that time PNDC time. Nanka mo pa mo ne hwan sanka mo aban we nka mo be chance ase ne ama nkrofo e wo bebi e wo se nsuo fa. Was that a dream? Fiifi Kwertey, me so answer in this for when it's a problem or party no. There are some people in the party who would want to tell them the truth. Or more party mo be person be kan kuro no but they wouldn't listen. Me see we can we want say Felisofosu Kwatri aba be kebi. Nada me say Julius Debra I would say asidun ketia any idrusu harun idrusu enya ntokwa ofa normal. We pato finance minister to forcing any agric minister enya banta ofa normal. Hey, Fiifi Kwertey na abekasa no. O say under this government oye weak ofa normal.
Defectable General Secretary Honorable Fiifi Kwertey to address us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gordon, for the kind introduction. Let me acknowledge all of us here, comrades of the great NDC family. I think today being a party anniversary, it's good to call all of us one family. Family of comrades. So I want to also join the national chairman to welcome all of you, to thank you for making sure that our day today is being remembered properly. 34 years ago, we started this journey. What worries me is that along the line, this journey has become much more focused on the battle between us and the elephants. So it's become really like a House of Folk battle, and that's it every day. Who wins? It's not bad. for competition is not bad at all. But this journey was not meant to be a battle between us and the elephants. That was never what it was meant to be. It was always meant to be a war to bring the transformation of our country. The reason why I say there's a difference is this: if it becomes reduced to simply how to win power versus NPP, then it sinks into mediocrity. So you have a situation where NPP was in power for 8 years and we come and take over. But fundamentally, the same indiscipline continues to be. We're in the month of June, and I'm proud to be a son of the month, together with my sister Zaneto. She came June 1, I came June 2. And June is important for this party. God chose it to be. And for right reasons.
God bless you.
Because we are not reached that stage where we could literally do well with this system. Because we are still at a certain fundamental stage where we think democracy means license to misbehave. And that is what is going on all over. License to misbehave. That's what we understand democracy to be. And our country is going down because of it. How many of you believe that this pervasive galamsey that literally is destroying our lands, destroying our rivers, destroying our forests, would have been as pervasive as it is if it were not for democracy? In fact, let me not say democracy, because democracy can still be there, if not for multi-party democracy. It's there. Why? Because as soon as you want to fight for the future of Ghana, you are reminded that you need to fight for the future of your party. So Nana Akufo-Addo therefore will come and said, what's the expression he used? No, not that one. When he said you think about the next generation and not the next election. And as soon as the reality hit him, he forgot about the next generation and started thinking about the next election, and galamsey became greater and greater. And so, on this day, which is the anniversary of the NDC, we need to think long and hard about the way forward for our country. Comrades, we can't continue going at the pace we are going. We can't. What we are having, I call it incremental movement. You know, it's like being in class 1. And in class 1, maybe you started as the last in class. And then gradually you start moving to become maybe the last but one in class. Then gradually you are in the middle of the class. Then gradually you are pushing towards maybe the top 10 in the class. And then eventually hoping to become number 1 in class. It's beautiful. But the kind of country we have and the destiny ahead of us, we cannot continue remaining in the same class and clapping for ourselves because we, instead of being the last in class, we are now pushing towards becoming the top in class. No. This country, led by this party, must start thinking about how we can bring what I call a quantum shifts in our country. Class 1, no. It's time for this country to jump to different levels. And that means not just leadership, but all of us as people. This party was founded on a principle of, if ironic, often called the sovereignty of the human spirit. What it simply means is personal responsibility. Personal responsibility. But what multi-party system has done is this. It's told people, forget about personal responsibility. Why? Because the political parties is here to solve all of your problems. Now, how you build a country And the people of the country believe that you are messiahs at the political party level and you can solve every problem yourself. What you've done is totally destroy the future of the country. So there's no personal responsibility anymore. There's no personal accountability anymore. Why? Why should I do anything after the government should come and do it for me? Why? Because we have fed our people with that mentality that we are messiahs. Throughout the PNDC, people took upon themselves to make sure the environment were clean. When wrong things were being done in their community, they stood up and spoke. But today, oh no, wait, the DC will come and solve it. If the DC doesn't solve it, the regional minister will. If the regional minister will, the government of the president or the vice will come and solve it. You have a nation that believes that we have to wait for messiahs to come from the top. Why? Because the political party system creates this whole messianic capacity where every problem can be solved because we are messiahs. We are destroying our country. So the truth has to be spoken. And that truth is that we are not messiahs. And we are not expected to be. Why? Because ultimately the power resides in every single one of us. That's why we used to say power belongs to the people forever, forever. Power belongs to the people forevermore. Now, power belongs to the ordinary people. And that is the message that must start resonating again. And as NDC, we need to appreciate, we must at all moments appreciate, it is not about us. It's about how to ensure that that power goes back to ordinary people. That the sovereignty must go back to them. That every single one of us must shine that corner where we are. That's the only way the transformation happens. If we don't, this incremental business will continue. We'll call it reset, we'll call it different names, but all we will do is to having little changes. But the quantum transformation that this country expects will not happen. So comrades, on this great day, I just want to call upon us to reflect again. The battle has to go beyond an NDC versus MPP battle. MPP should not be our preoccupation. If we raise this bar high, MPP will have no option but to come high in order to survive. If you're an eagle and you decide to come down and be fighting chicken, that's your business. We are meant to be eagles. The Eagle Party name was not an accident. That is who we are, eagles. We are meant to take this country high. But what we've done is that we've come to the level of the elephants and are crawling on the ground, battling with the elephant and applauding ourselves, feeling good. Oh, we beat MPP. It's not enough. We need to be able to beat the difficulties that hold our country down. So comrades, we want to thank you again for joining us for this great anniversary. On June 19, as Chairman said, we'll be marking the Cadres Day. I say all the time that all of us are supposed to be cadres. You have no business being a member of the party if you are not a cadre. I don't often like it when cadreship is made to be some exclusive club. I don't agree. Because that's who you must be. If you're a member of this party, you must be a cadre. Sorry, you can't be otherwise. And cadreship simply means commitment to your country, commitment to making sure everything is done to raising your country, to making your party great. That's all it is. But today, some people say we are not cadres. And cadres also create an exclusive club for themselves. We are cadres. No, all of us are supposed to be. Every single one of us. It's not just meant for a few. So on June 19, we'll have the Cadres Day. And June 22, I'll be right back here, first in the morning to celebrate the anniversary of the founder on June 22. And in the evening, we'll be having a lecture. And the lecture will be addressed. We expect The program will come later, but I can give you a little hint. Comrade Chachuchikata will be addressing a lecture in the evening of June 22. So please, let's brace up. Let's brace up for the rest of our activities. We thank God for the day. And please don't forget, our battle is way beyond the elephant. Our battle is also to stop the mediocrity, to stop the ordinariness, and start thinking about how we can bring back sovereignty, personal responsibility, accountability, so this country can really reach the place it was always destined to be. We are not where we are destined to be. We are not. If anybody is priding that it's true, we are doing fine, I'm happy, but listen, what it is we are capable of achieving, we have not even started scratching the surface as yet.
This is Fiifi Kwertey. This is Fiifi, NDC General Secretary. Na me share that ntie. In fact, they all kind of me ya adwene. Question no a na ya adwan to obebusa ye no. Eno ehu answer na wode amamo. O se aban no a waba no very weak. Na wa hwe na the ministers to nsase e de man krofo na wa hwe na ahemfo to nsase e de man krofo bibia wo se nsufa. Anka PNDC JJ Rolling Simon KNC. Hey, was it about time I was in your president here? Or bed in the future and your next election. And the war refer and another down cuckoo for the war or quoting another down cuckoo for the Comobia would be. And the war just another biome or say I was so way up bumping would generate that. And yet, China abato, but a bedu baby, then another down cuckoo for the real free that no kind of war during next election. It is true. It is true. In fact, I'm beginning to like this man. Eh? The same thing and the ekosune. The same thing. And he also nya banya. One gonna that one during next election. How to we be winning next election. Nya me na make am Fiifi Kwertey na kan. Also na ban a very weak. Aban no because say enya weak and come fan to PNDC because PNDC nya NPP. Adenti na wode to PNDC. Adenti na wode NDC to PNDC. E pato wo san ye pani o e wo party ni mu. Enti wo kan pato yesi bo mo chiche free nso yesi be ka tro so wo dantime wu ye gine chini. Won wo party ni mu na wo kan ko na tena mu. But they wo benya nkrofo they wouldn't like this truth. When you studio na asamoba. There are some people omoyo madun say omo party no be kan kura dia chere party but party ne wo mpanifo bi ma they are not ready to listen. Enkomo no wodi etwitwiro ewo so fo aboro be enkomo no wo and they be wan say we afa ha na me presidential mission na we nam ha no wo yeto na we nam ha no wo ye jogging na we nam ha no wo sponsor nkrofo na mampani to hwe la show no wo de letter abase sa nkrofo momfa munyo ngufo montwe kakra NDC. Hey, ne papa mini bia obet NDC. And NDC. But unim say no. Omo mbeka na kura cho no mpe. Omo say omo ne nam. No mo na wo say media crazy ne doso. Mo sori a. NDC de bia NPP. De bia NPP. Enti mo ankasa de pa na mo ye. That is a question of Fiifi Kwertey busa. Fiifi Kwertey busa say adenti na mo de mo sori a. Na mo blame aban no we free so no enti mo ankasa de pa na moye de pa na mo ankasa moye as a government Fiifi Kwertey na ebusa nyame na meka sa mediocrity na ewo mu no ose de enti na yeto abama why did Ghanaians give you that almost 7 million vote mediocrity na do so. And NPP I say etna NPP I say enane nansa NPP say ye ba ye kura NPP na amoye say ene ye bedi ye enti ba no amoba ye pa no Fiifi Kwertey buza say what is the essence of ba amoba ye nyame na make am Fiifi Kwertey mediocrity ne doso asa sorobo ne de sorobo bowi ne ka we na ye say like does this make sense to you? Me de bia me ka trust say abanya waba enya 1.5 years. So, what are so blaming government where you failure? A failure government. Na do dan go for Dubai na ye John Dramani Mahama. But no wa be ye no wa be ye biko. Na wa ba be mess up. Into the Ghana for a pamo se kwatene fie no. Na Dubai in the first year one didn't mess up no ho and will be a free SHS pa 2017 na dim na nkrofo ko na nkrofo meko. That is what we call preparation. Preparation. And ko the mediocrity ne Dawson. First year 2017 papa ne buy one didn't say debut but I buy ne buy no aba be say no mo or buy no one who said debi let me do this or buy no who said let me start this make I say me yes so let me do this and yeah but I buy what are we seeing first 1.5 year the beer blames the beer problems and yeah buy no what you know we are. So what are you doing as a country? What are you doing as a government? As Smart African Media, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. What I want my uncle comment section and concluding como. We didn't add your demand come about and I could adventure and me pa yanko ni conclude and como. Macro.